How's it going, everyone? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've made a video. Been posting on my Instagram account, but just in terms of the video creation, it's been a long time coming. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has supported the channel and just enjoyed this little passion project of mine. For me, it wasn't something that I was going to do full time and like be a job replacement of toy hunts and collection videos and things like that. It was more just a way to share my love for Star Wars collecting. And I see a lot of these really great content creators that make awesome videos showing off their collections and showing off what they pick up and reviewing figures. And I enjoy consuming that content, but making it myself was just a lot of work with, having children and working full time. So I couldn't really get it done. Many of you might remember the last video we saw. I was in a completely different place, a very darker place. I am in now my new home. We've been here since November, and it's been going great. And I've been really having an opportunity to build out my Star Wars collection room, pick up some new awesome pieces that I can't wait to show you, as well as just kind of make this room my man cave and my place in the galaxy that I can go and enjoy. So without further ado, I really want to start this video and show you the new collection tour. This is for 2022. I don't think I've posted anything since 2020 sometime, probably summertime. So this is really exciting for me to show all the new pickups, some of the new items that I've gotten, some changes that I've made to the collection room, and just show off my man cave slash office slash gaming room. So without further ado, let's just start the video. So to start things off, I just want to give kind of like a wide shot of the new collection room. So went with some cabinets from IKEA. These are the Billy with the doors. I wanted something that was brighter. My old space was just so dark that I went ahead and painted this room a light blue. Got some white cabinets and kind of kept with the white cabinet or furniture theme. So I did get 2 details for all of my hot toys. Got the helmets all up there. You'll notice the Razor Crest. I did get that last minute. And then I have my work and gaming desk here. So this is kind of like the main station for all of that. So we'll kind of start off over here because this is one of my newest pickups. Waiting on some more figures for the display. But I did pick up this past weekend a Power of the Force AT-AT. This has been something that I've been wanting for a long time as an AT-AT for my collection. And this was actually a early birthday gift from my wife. We went to a toy show this past weekend and I was able to pick this up. So I did pick up some AT-AT drivers. I picked up that Luke. I got a different one coming just because that one doesn't have really good articulation. And then I did pick up that Snowtrooper over there. But I do have a 3-pack of these guys coming in probably within the next week. So and I got another Hoth Rebel Trooper and another one of the Rebel base troopers as well, so I can kind of show off and make a little bit cooler of a scene over there with the AT-AT. So moving over here, I'll start high and we'll go low. I have some of my Legos, so this one was one that everyone knew, but I did get the rescue Lego set because I just wanted some Dark Troopers because they're really cool. I bought this off Amazon. This was a really cool custom piece that I put all of my kind of like rare figures in. I know there's a little bit of a glare, so I'll kind of move it around this way to get the outside out of there. But I have all of my comic book figures, Expanding Universe, Force Unleashed, and then some of my Sith Old Republic figures up there as well. So I was really pumped to get this and mount it on the wall to have something a little bit more, I don't know, protected for these other ones, since these ones are a little bit more hard to find, and I am more of a loose collector than I am a in-box collector. Over here we have my Vader helmet, the Black Series, some posters from Force Friday, Triple Force Friday, and then I do have Slave One over there as well in the corner. Finally opened that up and went ahead and displayed it just because of the ship you'll be seeing pretty soon. And then I have all my comics down here. This is kind of where I store them, and I just kind of put them into, this is kind of just like storage too. put them into their bags and boards and get them into the sections that they belong into. And then I have a full thing here, actually, of all my accessories. This is a really cool piece that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I was able to get that all going. Then I have my work desk, work monitor, gaming monitor, with my Xbox, Switch, and my PlayStation 5 all hooked up there. I do have a PC I built too, but just don't have enough HDMI imports, and I haven't been really playing a lot on PC lately, so I do have that undone right now. But I have some Star Wars books, the Art of books. I have a mini Xbox fridge here. And this is kind of like my corner of being a dad. So my wife made me a bunch of really cool things that are Star Wars related that I wanted to put there as well. And then I have this lamp here that kind of leads into my helmets. So I do have the new Boba Reforged, the Mando one, Captain Cardinal, First Order Trooper, and my Shock Trooper. And then I have the regular Stormtrooper down here just because out of all these ones are kind of my favorite that display really well. Then I have the Piece de Resistance V Razor Crest. I actually got this off Big Bad Toy Store because I was starting to feel a really heavy FOMO. So I did pick this up, and I put the Moldo Crease little figures and spiders here with the Moldo Crease Mando. And then you got Grogu peeking with the little spiders. And then I have these two carbonized guys here. Carbonized ones are kind of all over now. I don't really have them in a certain place. And then the two figures that came with the Razor Crest are there as well. So then we come down to the details, where I have my Mando figure looking awesome. My Vader, again, looking fantastic. Kylo Ren. And then Boba Fett. What I do have quite a few Hot Toys on pre-order right now. I do have the new Boba Fett from The Mandalorian, so it's not his. They haven't released one. I have Bespin Luke to go with my Vader up there. I have the Luke and the Dark Trooper from The Mandalorian on pre-order too. Those were kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna get some cool figures to put in here, so I went ahead and went with it. And then you have all my troopers here, so I'm gonna have to double up some to make it make more sense once I get the Luke. The Luke should go definitely with the Dark Trooper, and Bespin Luke will obviously go with Vader, and then Kylo Ren I'll figure out some cool way to put him up. Then I have some just like miscellaneous stuff. So I have all the retro figures here from the first wave of The Mandalorian. And then some like really cool stuff that I've gotten. So the Star Wars Celebration patch, a Mickey pin that I got a long time ago. And then the Blue Milk Archive Collection book, some coins that came with that. And then I have my retro Stormtrooper there. I was just really pumped because I got the green one and that was the one I really wanted. That's the only retro, prototype edition that I have. And then down here I actually have what I call kind of like my nostalgia shelf. So I have the episode 1 carded Qui-Gon back there just because he was my favorite character from episode 1, and that was like the one figure that I really wanted as a kid, so kind of having that in the 6-inch scale was really cool. I have the Green Ranger. Finally opened him and put him on display since I had space for him, just because Power Rangers were actually like the one toy that I played with religiously. And the Green Ranger was my favorite since green was my favorite color. We're seeing a theme there with Qui-Gon. I have a Batman Beyond figure. This is my only one DC McFarlane figure. I just loved Batman Beyond growing up. And it was something I watched with my brother. So I went ahead and got the figure. And then I have the HasCon exclusive Venom on card. He's the only one that I've kept on the package. And then I have Link, another older black suit Spider-Man, and then a Kylo Ren figure arts. Then in here I moved the Bespin diorama set in here. I had to get rid of the staircases and all the extra stuff just to make sure that this can fit. But it's kind of cool having this in here. It just looks awesome, and with the lights shining through the Trueless plastic here, it just looks really cool. So any other figures that I can get to kind of fill this in. So I do have the Bespin security guards on pre-order, so they'll be popped in here. But yeah, it's just a really cool piece. So now we make our way over to the cabinets, where majority of my collection is. So Black Series galore, and then I have a full cabinet of vintage collection too. So we'll start on the top. I do have the Power of the Force, Leia, and the exclusive Luke in the X-Wing. And then I have the comic book packaging up there, and the other ones are eventually going to go up there. I just really love the packaging on those. Then I have my Jedi Fallen Order shelf here. So I do have, all of the figures here. I switched out the orange one and gave the poncho to the blue cow, just because I like that one the best. And then I just put Hondo here because I didn't know where else to put him. Then I have my Bad Batch shelf. This has actually become one of my personal favorites. I just love the Bad Batch show, and I love the figures. I'm actually going to open these cabinet doors so we can get a better look as we go. So the Echo figure is the newest one, obviously. The lighting is just really rough because of the way I have the light. I did it pretty crappy in this one, so everyone looks really ominous. And then I put Boss in here just because they kind of showed him off in the show. And I felt like the Patrol Troopers kind of had that TK look, so I went with that. And then I have a custom head on this crosshair here. I think that was Camaro Dude on 97 or something like that on eBay that I got that head from. And it just looks fantastic because that's the way I knew Crosshair from that episodes. And then I have Clone Wars. So you got Cad Bane, Asajj Ventress, Aurra Sing. I have two of these awesome ARC troopers. I'm really happy I ended up finding these somehow. I think I bought them on Macari and then one on Nerdzoic just because I really, really wanted them. And then you have like the 501st group here with Anakin. And then I have a custom head actually on the Commander Cody. I don't know the eBay user that I bought that one from, but she did a really awesome job. Like, that just looks so good. And he looks great next to Obi-Wan. Then you have kind of like a continuation of Clone Troopers, but also like Episode 3 figures. So you got the Umbra Troopers here, mixed in with like Gree and his forces. Another Cody with Obi-Wan. That's the new Archive one. Anakin with his 251st Troopers. Once we get Ayala Sakura, she will go with Bly. And then Plo Koon. I had Wolf with him, but I actually moved Wolf up into the Clone Wars shelf. So I put the kind of like the Jedi here with Grievous. The only way to get him to stand is using one of those stands. And then I have Episode 1, Episode 2. I actually switched up the Anakin, took away the lightsaber he had and put in with this green one, because the way I remember this Anakin the best with this Padme is the end of the movie, really, and he used the green lightsaber to fight Count Dooku right there. And then I have the Gaming Greats Jango Fett on a flight stand with with the Boba Fett fire boosters, and then the Obi-Wan, and then all of the clones and some Geonosis droids and battle droids. Then the last shelf down here is all my Spider-Man retro figures. I do have other Spider-Man figures. I have, some of the movie ones. But these are I just love the retro comic and TV show ones from like the 90s. I have Miles Morales in here, and the movie Venom, just because I love those two figures. But this is how I know Spider-Man the best, was this cartoon and these comic characters. So that's how I kind of really wanted to show that one off. So we're going to move over and we're going to go from kind of like zigzag pattern. I have all my books here. So these are kind of like reference books. And we're going to go ahead and open these next. And then it goes into Rogue One. I have not bought the updated Chirrut and Baze yet, but I did go with Andor, Jin, just because they're the main characters and their faces are just awful. Haven't received my pre-order of Antok or Galen Urso, so they will go on the shelf when they come in, and I really hope we get a new updated Director Krennic, because that one just looks rough. But then I do have an extra Vader there, which moves into Rebels. The Rebels crew looks awesome. Love having them on the shelf. And then I got Thrawn here. I did put this comic Obi-Wan here. I took off his vinyl cape because it got really crunchy in transit when I was moving. So I just put him with the normal one. But I remember Obi-Wan having a very significant arc with Darth Maul in the Rebel series. So I liked having that one there. And then Thrawn with his Shadow Troopers and some of his forces, and then I just put the Luke and not Luke, Han and Lando here. The only ones from Solo I currently have on shelf. Most of my Solo figures I've kind of put away just because I don't have a lot of space right now. And then I have the Mandalorian bad guys. So you got the Client with his remnant troopers, some of the flame troopers, a full battalion with Moff Gideon, and then just some other randoms. You have the 2 carbonized, the Scout and the Scarif Trooper, the Mortar Troopers, which are just awesome figures. These were probably one of my favorites of last year. And then I put the Mud Troopers here too, just because I didn't have anywhere to put them. But then these are actually, I know I said that the Bad Batch shelf was my favorite, but these ones are also 2 of my personal favorites. Is the Mandalorian like hero shelf, I guess you can call it. So you got, all your Mandos there. You do have the Avala 7 Mando. And then you got Java with the egg. So finally a reason to display the Jawa in a cool way. You have Trapper Wolf. You got the Death Watch Mandos. You do have Throne Room Boba with Fennec, and then the Nomad Boba. You have some of the Zero. I have a Luke on this shelf as well with Ahsoka. And Mando, I actually did a silver pen, similar to how I did one of my Phasmas, and he came out just looking so awesome. And then Cobb Vanth is such a great figure too. And then it moves up to some of the comic book and video game ones. So I have Kirk Karnos here, Jackson with Luke, and some Shadow Guards with Thrawn, Dr. Aphra with her droids, and then you have Nihilus, Zalzabar, and the 2 Ravens over there. So next up, we have the original Trilogy shelves. And I am going to need to show off some of the cool stuff up here because I do have the Clone Wars Walmart exclusive figures there, mixed with some of the Target ones. The only one I don't have in package anymore is an Anakin. But I do have, those are actually I'm trying to sell just because I don't need extra stuff. So if anyone's interested, hit me up. But then you have A New Hope. So you have the Cantina scene here, which I really like. And then you have like Tusken Raiders and Greedo and Sand Troopers. And then you have the heroes here. Actually, the cool thing that I did here is I used to have the Yavin Luke. And then I was like, Luke's most iconic look, not Farm Boy, obviously, since he's over there, is his pilot look. So I put him as kind of this front and center Luke. And then you have, the Yavin Luke with Yavin Leia and Wedge and a Vader with Tarkin. Then you get into Empire Strikes Back with all the Hoth figures. So you have Han, Leia, 1 Rebel Soldier. I have, I think, 3, but I only put 1 on the shelf just to make room for the probe droid. AT-AT Driver with Veers. And I do have the Hoth Luke in the back there, just because I think the pilot one is just so much better. And then you have Dagobah Luke here with the Yoda, Dirty R2 with Ghost Obi-Wan. And then you have the big bad Boba Fett, Han, and some of the bounty hunters back there. Actually, you have all the bounty hunters back there. Piet, Yoda with Bespin Luke, and then my favorite figure of all time is this Vader, the Empire Strikes Back Vader. This Vader is just so perfect. If there's anything I would do differently, it's a new cape, and I do have one on Etsy that I'm waiting on. And then you have Return of the Jedi. So you have Jabba's Palace. You got Bib. This is a really great figure. They did a really good job. And that is actually the staff that he has is I think the Gungan one. So I gave him that. And then you have the Boba Fett. You have Jabba back there. You got your Endor folks. So you got some Ewoks, Luke, Leia, and Han. Lando, Akbar. Then you have the final duel right here. So Luke versus the Emperor with Palpatine. And then I actually put him on the shelf finally. And I used some of the effects from the Electro staff Purge Trooper to give it that illusion of him being electrocuted. I thought the purple looked really cool with the helmet, so that's why I also did it. And then you come down to the First Order, so you're kind of getting into the sequel figures here. So you have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with his First Order battalions. You have Cardinal Empire here with some of these really awesome. I love the AT-AT driver for the First Order. I think of him more as the AT-M6 driver. And then you have some Mountain Troopers back there. You have a Kylo Ren with a custom cape. This is the Rise of Skywalker one. The new General Hux, which is just, I mean, compared to the old one, this is just like such a glow up. I love this figure so much. I think he looks so much better. Phasma, the Knight of Ren, and then you have your Sith Troopers here. And then it's kind of more like heroes here with a few villains, mainly just Kylo Ren from the Force Awakens. But you have, you know, your heroes here. Really excited that we're getting an updated Han, and I'm hoping that with that we get a Rey, a Finn, a Poe, and a Leia, just because those faces are just rough. You got Luke with his porgs. You got the Rise of Skywalker Rey with my custom Rise of Skywalker Finn. Love that figure. I think he came out really good. That was like my first like really painting, taking my time, piece bashing and creating a figure from scratch, essentially. I know I've done like I did my own custom pyre, and I did like a Black Stormtrooper armor, but this one was the one that I was like really taking my time to make sure he came out perfect, and I think he looks great. And then I have another Camaro dude head on this Kylo Ren, because the old one was just so awful, but this one looks just so good. And he looks like Adam Driver, I think. And then you have the masked Kylo Ren. You have, the old Hux, the droid that came with that pack, and then the Phasma. And then down here, I just cleared this shelf, so I just kind of put this here for now. But it's the throne room with Snoke. So you have, some Praetorians. I wish I had a fourth Praetorian, so I might actually try and get one on like Makari or something, just so it's even. And then I put the carbonized Sith Troopers with Snoke, and then more Praetorians. So I'm gonna go now to the vintage shelves and take a peek over here. Let's open this up. I'll just scoot over. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So we start with the Navarro Cantina. This is a really cool playset. So I do have the exclusive Mandalorian from the Razor Crest here, another Grief Karga and an IG-11. I had like 3 of them. I don't know why I had so many. And then the Death Troopers are just chatting. I was like, it's a bar. They should be having a good time. And then you have the Skiff here. This is a cool playset. I really love this one. I do have 2 Skiffs, but I decided to put the Navarro Cantina down here and then just do 1 Skiff with like everyone battling. So you have, the Skiff guards. You have Lando. You have Han Solo. And then you got 2 of the Nikto Skiff guards, Boba Fett, and obviously Luke. And then up here is just another awesome display. I just love how great these playsets display. Since we got those Rebel Troopers, I was able to kind of put them all in the hall, just kind of hanging out. So this is prior to Vader boarding. And then you got like an R2-D2 and C-3PO going through the hall. But I do want to do some, like, switch it up and have maybe one where it's like Vader coming through with them fighting with some stormtroopers. We'll see. Then next up you have kind of like a hodgepodge of Jedi. So you have like kind of what I call like the arrest of Palpatine on that one. The new Mace, and I have, Ayla Secura and the updated Luminara. That's actually a really nice figure. I didn't realize how nice that one was until I opened it yesterday. Then you got Anakin, and Obi-Wan. We need an updated Anakin. They need to re-release him and this Obi-Wan, which I think they will. That's why I haven't actually bought one, because I have a feeling we're going to get both of those for with the Kenobi show. And then you have your sequel figures, good guys, so Poe, Finn, 3 Reys, and Luke, and then Leia. And then your villains, so you have Kylo Ren, the custom one that I made of a Last Jedi Kylo Ren. I just have that Hux and some other randoms. And then you kind of go to Clone Troopers. So you have a lot of those Walmart exclusive ones up there with the Phase 1, and then you get into your Phase 2, and I have a lot of the Bad Batch ones actually in here. So I do have all of those opened here. And I did switch out the older Rex with the poncho and put the newer Rex as my main Rex with Anakin, just because I thought that one just is so much better. Just picked up Commander Baraka at the toy show as well. I've been looking for that figure, so I was kind of really pumped to get that. And then you have, you know, Obi-Wan, and then you have your episode 1 Qui-Gon. Hope we get a new updated one there, and an updated Anakin, not Anakin, but Obi-Wan, because that one just looks rough. Episode 2 Obi with Padawan Anakin. I think that just looks really cool. And then you have some more Ahsoka and Barriss Offee, and then you have some villains. So I did pick up a really cool, I think this is the Legacy Collection Grievous. I just put him with the 2 lightsabers just because he falls a lot. And then you have, you know, your Return of the Jedi. I moved a lot of the Hoth peeps off here. So the only one there is Bespin, but you have all your Bespin ones on the playset, and then most of the Hoth troopers on the diorama. And then you have your Mandalorian figures. So I'm trying to build this out with, you know, Ahsoka and Fennec, a few new ones, and then you have some of the other characters here. So you have all the heroes essentially, and then you have a Death Watch Mando up there. And then the Empire. So you have, you know, all your stormtroopers here with the Rogue One Vader. So he'll probably, if I ever like switch up that scene, I'll put him there. And then I have this here where it's like an old school Vader kneeling to the Emperor in his throne room. And then you have some other kind of just like cool troopers here. So you have Shadow Troopers. I have like one First Order trooper, and then a lot of the gaming greats. And then I have all of the carded Clone Wars ones up there on display. So that is that. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little room tour. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to check in and show everyone what's been up, what new stuff I have, what I've been doing in this awesome collection. But again, I'm still have that figure that I'm going to give off at 50 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you still have a chance to win. So please go ahead and subscribe, share this video with your friends, and may the Force be with you all. Thanks everyone. Take care.